Are we there yet?
Are we?
I don't know. Well, actually, we're getting pretty close. Welcome back to our Let's Play of Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse for the month of October. Because we had to have something scary. No! No! As we will find out later, for this upcoming boss, the cross-a-ring is actually really helpful. And I just got rid of it.
Hard when you cannot decide on what items you're gonna keep and which ones you end up losing.
Alright, and you might remember this boss from the first game, Alex. That's the return of the Vampire Bat.
2 of them. 3.
4 bats! 5, 6, 7, 8 bats! Yep, that was the fight. See, the reason the cross-ring is really helpful is because it bounces back and forth and can just keep killing. It basically makes this God mode.
Pretty much.
Alright. And the stopwatch is virtually useless against bosses. It really is. It's pointless. Now as we make our way further, we are now in the dark, dank catacombs. Because the word catacomb is supposed to make it sound evil.
Oh my gosh, water that dissolves blocks.
Well, it's acid.
Well, yeah.
And fire guys.
And mummies. Oh my.
What did it just throw?
It threw its wrappings.
Oh, for a minute I thought like it threw like part of its
Yes, in the Castlevania universe, mummies exist to make themselves naked by throwing their wrappings as projectiles.
I thought maybe it was part of their intestines or something.
No, it's part of their wrapping. Alright, deeper and deeper into the catacombs we go. And now we have fall apart blocks. Those are going to get really annoying later on. I'm not going to lie to people.
Can you get hurt by the acid if it falls on you?
Yes, and by a big chunk.
It's acid. What do you think?
And since the acid is so slow, it actually, if you get hit by it, it'll take it like a quarter of your health. And since you only have 4/4 of health, that's not fun. And you might notice the blobs returning from Simon's Quest. They're just as annoying here as they were in Simon's Quest. Oh, see, there you go. I got hit by the acid. And if you wait too long, you could actually basically work yourself into a corner where you can't get anywhere. Mm-hmm. You have to kill yourself. So it works both ways. Fire people!
I'm trying to remember that. I want to say it's Miramon, the fire Digimon.
Yeah, Miramon. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and cheat a little bit with Grant. People might notice, I don't use Grant that much, and that's just because I only see him as a platforming advantage. So it's not that I don't like Grant, it's just... he's not one of the favorite characters in this game.
Well, it does sometimes make sense. You want to play with the main character of this game.
Yes, but sometimes the game actually encourages you not to. Because a level might be built more for Grant. Or for another character. So that's why I'm saying that this game is a lot more complicated than, say, Castlevania 1 or 2 together. Because you actually do have to kind of strategize in the levels.
Suddenly we're in Marble Zone.
Yes, we are suddenly in the Marble Zone. I was kind of wondering if you were going to make that comparison. Alright, we're done now. Okay, so more Grant time as we avoid these two unkillable balls.
The little bubble things that you see.
Like from the earlier Mario games.
What are those supposed to be?
I'm guessing a ball of magic. They're one of those few enemies that I don't ever think got named. They're just obstacle number 33 or whatever. Alright, up we go. And this takes us to, wow, kind of a crypt-looking area. We're killing this guy. And this takes us to a coffin. Oh no, could this be? Are we already here?
Well, of course not.
It's Dracula! It's Dracula! Actually, no, it's not. But it's a very similar fight to Dracula, so... people will notice that I don't take too many hits in this fight. It's just a wee bit boring. Because if you played the original Castlevania, you know how to do this fight.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the bottom line of it. There's no new mechanics thrown at you on this one. In fact, look, I haven't gotten a single hit, and he's already like at half health.
So the bats don't hurt you.
No, the bats will never hurt you. The only way that you can get hurt is by touching them when they manifest and from the fireballs that come out of his cloak. So we have 4 more hits. 3 hits!
2 hits!
2 hits! There's gonna be a lot of count jokes in this game. I'm just gonna say... One more hit!
Well, the classic count.
Yes. Back when Sesame Street was cool. It's not anymore. Okay, well, let's see what's going on here. Oh, look at that. Oh, look, it broke the game. I'm surprised you beat me. I've been waiting for you. I need you to help me destroy Dracula. In my William Shatner tone. What will you do? Well, we're gonna go ahead and take him with us. Because he's another cool character to have. In fact, he's one of my favorites throughout the Castlevania series. So let's go ahead and take him. I'm glad to hear that. Let's get him. I am Alucard. For those who have seen the movie Son of Dracula, take a wild guess as to what Alucard is. You're up, Alex.
My job is done, so you should go.
With him for now. Yep. So, people are going to say, such bad acting. It's not our fault. So yes, here's another character. It is Alucard. He is the son of Dracula, and he gets his own little move sets, including being able to throw out fireballs like his daddy, and also the added bonus of getting to change into a bat. So like certain platforming messes you can avoid with Alucard. However, the longer you are in the bat form, it costs hearts. And rather fast. So you have to be sparing with the bat form. But yeah, in case people hadn't got it yet, Alucard is Dracula backwards! Oh no! I still love it when the AVGN, like when he was doing his Castlevania 3,
Yeah.
it was like, yeah, it's Dracula backwards. And he went to the Son of Dracula thing. D-R-A-C... What are you babbling about? Nothing! Nothing! And I'd never seen it, and I already looked at it as a little kid and just went, Dad, that's Dracula backwards. It's like, good for you, son. Alright, so now we get yet another choice, but this is not of a character, this is of a difficulty. So, if we go this way, we maintain intermediate difficulty. If we go down here, we take the hardest difficulty. Take a wild guess which one we're doing this time.
The hardest?
We're taking the hardest difficulty first, and going into what's called the Sunken City of Dragons. And it's actually got some of the better music, in my opinion, in the game. Now, people might actually notice, I don't use Alucard that much. It's really because the other character in this game, after I die, there are some characters that I think are the most useful, and then some that kind of aren't. Where Alucard is the most useful than Grant, there's still one more that is way cooler. But we'll get to them in due time. For now, it's time to face the Sunken City of Dragons. See, it's Drak's time to hum because he loves the Castlevania music. Oh, look, it's the return of the merman. Dope. Up the stairs! Up the stairs! Alright. We got it. Get over here! There we go.
It didn't want to come to you, you know that.
Well, it didn't want to die. Too bad it doesn't get much choice in the matter. Oh, and this is actually an enemy from the first game, but wasn't as noticed, or wasn't as used. You might remember it, Alex. From like
you're gonna have to get closer.
Like the third level or something like that.
Alright.
However, from here on in, it's actually a more utilized enemy. Because it kind of is cool. Well, not kind of. It's actually one of my more favorite enemies. Oh no, more bats. I guess it could be worse. It could be Medusa heads. No!
Hey, what were those fishmen called in Phantasy Star?
I was wondering when you were gonna go for there. It wasn't mermen. I can't remember. It was like seamen or something like that.
I think it was a little more creative than that.
All I remember is not merman, because merman is what Castlevania calls these guys. And I promise, guys, this is just the emulator kind of wonking out. I don't know what happened there. For some reason, my latency went up a little bit. Okay, so... No! I lost the holy water again!
Where'd you get the axe?
Actually, for this enemy, it's probably more useful. Die, you stupid serpent head! And I have 1 health. This is not going to turn out badly at all.
So what are the bags?
They are money and they add to your score.
Okay.
This is one of those games that was early on and they said, well, points matter. And the points matter in this case because they give you extra lives. If you get enough. No, die, you! Die, you stupid! Ah! There we go. So now we get more score. Because remember, at the end of the game, it tallies up your score, how much time you had left, and also how many hearts you had.
Right.
As score, so... There's kind of an incentive to don't use your sub-weapons that often. That way you can get extra lives for it. And I'm just sucking it up right now. What the crap? Okay. No. Good, Drak. No stopwatch.
Can you imagine if it just sat there and you could not move?
I would jump over it. Or I would try. Or I'd make you all wait while I waited. Okay, so we're actually getting really close to the end of this level. So what are you thinking of the music here, Andrea? Are you liking the music of Castlevania 3 compared to 1 and 2?
Well, I guess it depends on the level, you know. Some music is great and some is, you know, it's okay.
Alright. And I died. But that's okay. So that's the end boss of this level, is that it's kind of a boss interpretation of these dragons. Except it's not bound to a wall. But overall, you're liking the music of the game, Andrea?
Oh, I like the music, yeah.
Cool.
Some music is very catchy and some you just, it's like, it's okay.
Alright, we gotta kill this guy again. And we gotta do the dance with it. You will not hit me with your fireball. Yeah, because that'll help. No. No stopwatch.
Imagine
me
if
alone.
you grabbed it.
Oh, I did a couple of times when I did these attempts. And I was like, dang it! I didn't want the stopwatch! This doesn't help with the boss! No knife. Knife is just as bad. Alright, so let's go ahead and trek on through. There we go, he's dead. Alright, boss time, boys and girls. Can we do it? Can we do it this time? Well, of course, I'm Drak. And that's the way it goes. Okay, so this is actually the end. He has left and, well, put a hole in the sunken city.
He's gonna make you drown.
And now comes one of the hardest levels in the game, the actual sunken city of the dragons, because it will be sinking as we're going through it. Oh look, the water level is slowly rising. This is not good. And yeah, I got rid of my axe. It doesn't matter now. So as you guys can kind of tell, this is way more of a timed level. Even though the timer is still very generous in this level, we have another timer now. Because water kills us. Because the Belmonts never took the time to go learn to swim. So at this point, if we touch the water, we're dead. But thankfully, we are making through this level really well. We just gotta keep the pace going. Time is running out! No! Oh crap! Water levels rising! No!
I'm surprised you didn't fall and die there.
Oh, I kinda am too.
I thought you would have been knocked back in.
And we have tons of false blocks, so I gotta move over fast. I'm almost running out of room here, guys. Alright, boss time, boss time! Get over here, you! So this time I have to finish him.
One hit P left.
Yes! There we go! Boss is dead! Except he died
So
in the middle of the
close.
water. There we go! I was wondering if you guys were gonna kind of be shocked. It's like, what are you doing, Drak? I'm doing what I had to do. Now, people might have noticed that I just skipped over. That actually would have led me to the castle. But I want to show some of the other paths that you can take in the game. So now we're choosing the intermediate difficulty. And the levels that get presented that way. So now we're back into the darker caves. But yeah, if we had finished Sunken City right there, we would be in the castle. On the hardest difficulty.
Wow.
Yeah.
So did you have to play on 2 separate files or something, or could you go back and
No,
play?
I had to replay. I had to replay from game 1, or from level 1, and make my way back to that choice, and then pick the intermediate
You're
difficulty.
playing on an emulator, though. You could have just saved.
Yes,
stated.
but a lot of my saves were going towards Sunken City and trying to make sure I survive, kind of thing. So my save was there. So yeah, I saved as I went along in these paths, but that's what I had to do. And now we have a very familiar boss with an added twist. So now this guy gets a bone shield. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, come on. We're doing really well. Ah! Last hit! No! Yes!
Man, Drak is having sure dang luck there, because he's always on one bar left.
Well, what was the line that you usually give here, Alex? You shouldn't have survived.
Yes, you should not have survived that.
Yes, I should not have. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Now, this actually technically brings us into the castle map. However, it's different. It's actually bringing us into the catacombs of the castle. So this is how you get into the castle in the normal difficulty. Now, people might also notice I have Grant. I don't have Alucard anymore. Grant is actually recommended for the normal difficulty. So we're going to use him as best we can for a couple of the really difficult platforming puzzles, but...
Well, probably because since you don't have the other character, because you probably haven't come across him since you went down a different path.
No, you have to come across him. I just told him no. So instead of taking Alucard, I just kept taking Grant with me.
Oh.
Yeah, but the hardest difficulty, it's recommended that you have Alucard. But it's your choice. I mean, you can have Alucard in the normal difficulty. Perfectly fine. And I actually just barely realized I did not show off the bat form of Alucard. Maybe we'll do that as a bonus episode. I'll just go unlock him really quick and show people the bat form. I don't know. I'll have to think about it, but... No! Leave me alone, you stupid blob! I lost a big heart because of you! This is actually one of the cooler levels, in my opinion, because you have the skulls in the background, so this feels really like a catacomb. Like a family crypt or something from Romania. On the far side of Romania. Oh, it looks like the Cavern of Skulls from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because you think of all those skulls in that area.
We have a very scared Gimli, like 5 steps behind us. Unfortunately, we do not have Aragorn, so we cannot have the ghosts swear their allegiance to us. Dang it. I knew I forgot to do something today. Forgot to go do the secret code that gives me Aragorn. Alright, so this is kind of a checkpoint area. More caves. Now, if you actually stand upright in this area, you will die. You guys just don't get to see that death on the camera. So I will say, one of the things that Castlevania 3 has done really, really well compared to its predecessors is it has made the player think on their feet a little bit more. If you don't have yourself positioned properly, you will die. And granted, it still has a lot of the problems the first one did, where a lot of the deaths don't feel like they're yours, that they're the game's, but it works.
What, because you get knocked off the platforms, or just because of the rocks
The
above?
platform will, like, if you got caught on that rock, the platform would just go out from under you.
Oh, okay.
Because you're not the proper height.
Where is the heir of Slytherin in here?
I know, right? It kind of looks like the Chamber of Secrets. Okay, and we now have a boss, and a familiar boss! Welcome back, everybody, the Frankenstein Monster! And he is actually harder in the first game. This one, he's not that hard at all. Oh. There we go. Frankenstein's dead. I'm so evil. And claim the red orb. Cool. Extra life. But that's going to go ahead and do it for this week. When we get back, this is actually the end of the bonus content for the intermediate difficulty. So now we will be going through the easy difficulty. We'll see you next time. We're Drak and Shadow.